Hey, welcome to our video about the North and the South. First, the North. So we're going to start off with the North. The first thing is geography. In the North, there's interior plains and the Appalachian Mountains. And right here, there's a graph that shows, like, right here it's darker, and that's where the mountains are. And you can tell where, like, the plains are in here and stuff. And then this just shows where it's highlighted. It just shows where the north is. It's really rich in minerals, and there's good shipping lanes because along the lakes and stuff you can get like the ships in there. Next is climate, and it's humid continental, and there's a 4-season cycle, and it has really long cold winters and short hot summers. So if you think about how it is here, that's how it'll be in the north. And so this is just a map of the climate zones in the north. So right here, it's humid continental. Next is agriculture. In the north, they raise a lot of cattle, and the food that they grow in fields is like mainly like wheat and like grains and stuff like that. So here's it says a little map of like what they grow, and it's a lot of wheat and grain symbols on it. If you look close, there's lots of like, oops, wrong one. Wheat and grain. Okay. There's another nickname is the breadbasket because of how much wheat and grain they do. Next is industry. The North, they have a lot of industry. That's what they're famous for. They have like tons of factories, and they have like, there's lots of factory workers and factory owners. And the North had like 2 or 3 times more railroads. And here's like a thing. You can tell that the railroads on this, there's more railroads than in the South. There's like 2 to 3 times more, just because there was more industry there. And also, there was more big cities because of all the industry. Right here, all the cities. And then right here is like the growth of railroads and stuff. For education, mostly whites attended school, but some blacks did. And at first, like, you didn't have to go to public school, but eventually they made it like illegal not to go to school. So it's basically like free education. And here is a graph about the school enrollment. It just like it shows that as it progressed, more students went to school. And right there is just a picture of like a 1-room schoolhouse with a bunch of kids by it. It was a little after the Civil War, but it's still probably what they looked like. Next is race. I couldn't find a picture for race, but it was mainly whites and blacks that lived, but immigration was changing up the ethnic makeup of the North. Religion, they were really religious. I couldn't find a graph for that either, but they were really religious, and they believed in like redemption, and they were really like fiercely Protestant. For immigration, they had a lot of immigration because a lot of people wanted to come to the North because of industry, because there was a lot of jobs and you couldn't compete with the South and the free slave work. So that's why a lot of people came to the North. So here is a chart like about immigration, and like you can tell right in the beginning, like 1.6 or 1.5 million Irish came because of like a failed potato crop, and then some Germans came because of a failed revolution. So they came to that. And then lastly is social class. I just drew a little picture of the social class. On the top is factory owners and merchants because they probably had the most money. And then next is whites, just because they were whites and they were better. Then factory workers. And then on the bottom is free blacks. Whites were treated better even though slavery was abolished. So that is the North, and here's the South. Alright, so we'll start out with geography. It stop it.
Too late.
No, now we're gonna have to post